Welcome to this series of Stories for All. Learn simple skills of effective communication through stories. Age old stories of various masters can have different interpretations, and we will try to explore a few. I am a communication coach for last 45 years, and I believe that communication is a series of narrations, and interpretation is the backbone of every communication. So listen to these stories, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And the comment should be your thought process on it. Thank you. Happiness. This is a story of a foreigner. He used to live in some foreign country, and he had lots of friends, and he took a lot of pride in telling everyone, I live my life at my own terms. I don't care to follow the norms or the rules of the society. I do whatever I want to do. I enjoy drinking and doing everything that people say, oh, this is not good or that is not good. I don't care. And my friends are also like me, and we really live life to the full and have a great time together. This is the way he was spending his life. Suddenly, one day, we do not know what happened to him, but he became very pensive. He became a bit serious, and he thought that I have heard that there is a day called a judgment day where you have to account for all your deeds, good and bad. Then he started thinking, what are the things that I have been doing till now in my life? And he was shocked that whatever he thought he had done, which he thought was really cool and very great and he had enjoyed, he found that, oh my God, I feel very guilty even to think that this is the way I've led my life. This made him feel very, very sad and depressed. His friends were surprised. He said, what happened to you? You were the most cheerful person till yesterday. Why have you become so serious? He said, what should I say? This thought is really playing on my mind, and I feel that if we look up the book of rules, whatever I have done comes under the list of the sins that I have committed, and I'm now really feeling very upset, and I do not know how to get out of it. Is there any way to set right the situation? I can't go back and do anything. Whatever is done is done. What should I do? His friends said, wait, we'll have to think about it. We can't let you be sad like this. There has to be a solution to set right the sins that we have committed. Then, after 2 days, one of his friends comes back and he says, you know what? I have found a great solution to this. He said, really? What is the solution? He said, I have heard that in India, there is a solution for everything. Why don't you go to India? He said, okay, I will go to India, but what do I do there? He said that I have found out that you have to go straight to the Himalayas, and over there you have to search some sage. They call them sadhus, and they are really, really, people who have a lot of knowledge about these kinds of things. And then you go and tell him your problem, and I am sure he will have an answer to your problem. Man said, is it so? I have to give it a try. Immediately he booked a ticket to India, the earliest ticket that he could get. And he came to India, and immediately he went to the Himalayas, and he was roaming around trying to find a sage, a sadhu. He met a person there who could understand English, and he told that this is the reason why I need to meet some sadhu. This man said, okay, I know someone who lives in a cave nearby. Come with me and I will show him that you have come to meet him and you can just talk. So he went there, and this fellow acted as an interpreter, and he told the sadhu whatever this foreigner wanted to say. The sadhu smiled and he said, this is a very simple problem. You have heard correctly. India does have a solution to that, because, see, it's a belief system, he said. The sadhu gave his disclaimer. It is a belief system. You may believe it, you may not believe it. Nobody can force anyone to believe something. But this is our belief over here, that if you take a dip in the holy Ganges, we call it Ganga Maya, immediately all your sins get washed away. Why of this birth, of so many births, the sins get washed away? This is our belief. It may be right, it may be wrong. It's up to you. We believe in it. This man was really thrilled. He said, is it that simple? He said, well, that's the way we go about it. So he said, okay, fine. Let me give it a try. Friends, this is a story. So listen to it as a story. Okay. So he decides he would go right up to Gangotri and he would go to the spot from where actually Ganga starts flowing. He went right up there. The water was freezing cold, icy cold. But then he told himself, no pain, no gain. So I cannot say now that the water is cold and this and that. I have come so far, I have to take my dip. So he jumps into Ganga and he takes a dip. When he comes out, he feels so nice because he was believing that this has washed away his sins. He said, wow, what a wonderful, wonderful, solution to such a big problem. Then he thought, but maybe this has washed my this birth's sins. Why don't I take a few more dips? It will wash away all the sins of all my past births as well. Again he jumped, and like this, after 3-4 times he felt quite comfortable and very nice, and he sat. He thought that now, since all my sins have been washed away, I am a new man, and I would like to do some good deeds now. So I can start by taking the names of all my friends and taking one dip for each. It will relieve them of their sins also, because I know what all they have done with me. He's thrilled with his own idea. And he starts taking the name of one friend, jumping into the river, taking a dip and coming out. Like this he did for 10-12 times. And then he felt that, oh, what a wonderful person I have become. From today I am a totally new man, full of all good deeds and good thoughts for others. But friends, mind is a restless bird. It will never let anyone sit in peace. After he had finished doing all this, can you believe what thought came to his mind? He said that, see, I have washed so many sins of mine. Then I have washed for my friends also. Now this river has got polluted with the sins of so many people. People from all over the world are coming and taking their dip and washing their sins. What does this poor Ganga Maiya, as they call, do with all the sins of so many people? How does she manage to hold on to so many sins and still remain unpolluted? This is a question to which I need an answer. He started meditating, closed his eyes, and he prayed, Ganga Maiya, please tell me, give me the answer. Again, friend, this is a story. He got an answer from Ganga Maiya. She said, do you think that I am such a fool that I will keep on holding on to the sins of other people, all this negativity, and keep it in me? Why should I do that? So he said, does it mean that our sins are not washed? She said, no. The sins are here very much, but I don't keep it with me. Do you know what I do? He asked, what do you do? She said, see, the Indian Ocean, or all these oceans, they are our friends. All rivers flow and meet the sea. Why do you think we go flowing to meet the sea? We go there and dump all these sins into the sea. We become fresh and free and unpolluted again. That's why I am an unpolluted river. Ganga water is always considered to be great. He said, yeah, now I understand. But then again, his mind asked, then what does the sea do with it? Does the sea carry all the sins all the time? He said, now I must go and ask the sea. So he went and asked the sea. The sea said, my friend, why should I bother with other people's sins? Why should I carry them? So he said, what do you do? Where do they go? He said, don't you know, I have a very, very trustworthy friend, the sun. With the help of its heat, it just evaporates all the water that is not required here. And with that, all the sins go up and they go in the clouds. Now it's the clouds' responsibility. I am free. I am dancing all the time. Look at my waves going up and down. Why should I bother about other people's sins? He said, okay, so it's the clouds that carry the sin, is it? So he asked the clouds. The clouds said, have you not noticed us? We look like very soft, pure, cotton that is just floating in the atmosphere, in the sky. But after some time, you might have also seen that we become dark and black. And when we become very angry, we just start banging into each other. And that sound is so horrible. People call it thunder. And after we have banged into each other, after there is thunder and lightning, we come down as a downpour. It's a heavy rainfall that happens. And do you know what happens? Every one of you, whoever has sent up the sins, he or she might have sent just one sin, two sins, but we give them back multiplied. All the sins come back on them, and again they are saddled with much more than they gave, because it is the rule or the law of nature. Whatever you give out comes back multiplied. There is never running away from our own deeds. They do catch us up sometime or the other. The man was in a fix. He said, "What do I hear? What is all this? What happened?" The story ends here. But friends, what does this story tell us? Is there really no solution? If I were to interpret, I would say the story gives us a very simple solution. If whatever we give out is going to come back multiplied, why can't we be, more mindful and make sure that we make use of this technique? We do good deeds which do not make us feel guilty later, and we are not ashamed of ourselves that how could I do this? If we just keep this on track and we do things of which we are not guilty later, they would be considered as good normal deeds. And if this is the rule, that whatever we give out comes back multiplied, then the effect of our good work, our good deed, has to come back to us multiplied sometime or the other. It's a very simple solution. This is what the story says to me. It gives us hope. That is what I feel. Now, your take could be totally different. For that, you need to listen carefully to the story, interpret it in your own way, adapt if you can find some life skill which you would like to hold on to and help yourself to grow. So don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you. A little about the Institute, about us. The name of my institute is Mrs. Surabhi Banerjee's Spoken English Classes, established in 1980. And the name of our training program is Enhance Your English. We have classes both online as well as offline. And our client list comprises of professionals, entrepreneurs, students, homemakers, and people from all walks of life. For so many years, for this last 45 years that I have been working as a communication coach in my institute, I have trained people from different walks of life, and they have all blossomed into the real person that they wish to be. So if you wish to enhance your English or your communication skills, not just English, please feel free to contact us. The contact number is given below. Thank you.